What is up? What is going on, man? We are back in black in the building, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Shout out to Shawnee, Tasha, Erica, Dave from No Compromise. You know, all y'all niggas out there, man. You already know what the fuck it is, man. We gonna have a really quick one today, but we gonna talk about some crazy shit. Drinking my mullein tea right now. My allergies is kicking my ass, man. But then the allergies be framed to something else, and you look up and you got a whole flu type shit. So I'm jumping on this shit immediately. But anyway, go get you some mullein tea. Get you some pine needle herbs from Tahuti Ma'at Ra. Shout out to all the black businesses. If you need some sea moss, come fuck with your boy. I got you. But anyway, man, that's later down the line. But anyway, man, we about to get into it. We about to talk about some real shit, man. You know, shout out to everybody at the Plantation telling on everybody. And if you melanated and you up here smiling with these dominant society people, you are worse, by far the worst. Because that's the problem. You know, everybody be trying to jockey for their position, so they get around the dominant society, be smiling when there ain't no need to be smiling, and then be carrying on stop being the messenger of the dominant society. Sometimes you gotta be like, man, you gonna say that. I'm not saying none of that shit. We gotta get out of that shit, man. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit going on today, man. I noticed, you know, one of the main things that I did notice, hold on, let me see. Okay, cool. Let's see. There we go. I'm like, what happened to okay. Shout out to everybody, like I said again, that's out there. If you dry snitching, man, I can't fuck with you. You know, I know it's one thing, man. We go to the Plantation, man, and you watch the dominant society and how they interact with black folk. They will always come out the bag. Some are very intelligent and won't say shit, and they just keep to themselves. I like them. Just they keep to themselves. They don't want to be bothered. They're not gonna quote no black sayings and none of that shit. You know, I get so frustrated with how my people get treated at these Plantation jobs. It really bothers me. I do want to, like I said, I want to send a shout out to Tasha, Shawnee, Erica. Then I got to send it to my extended family. My homegirl, LaTanya. Man, she like a sister to me, man. That's like my sister. She went to the same high school as my mother. So, you know, I felt like it was destined for me to meet her. I was like, oh, you going to be my peoples. Shout out to LaTanya. Shout out to Miss Tanya, too. I'm not even looking at the YouTube shit. I'm going off the dome because these are the people I think about a lot, you know, because I wonder how they will react to these conversations. And we get treated so bad at these damn Plantations. It's almost unbelievable. It's almost unreal. You know, just some of the things that I've seen and I witnessed, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on, sis? That's the homegirl right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta recharge my mouse. That's all right, though, man. What's going on, sis? What is going on with you, man? That's my sis in there. Man, my mouse just... But anyway, shout out to everybody out there that's loving and living life. I appreciate everybody. I'm going to touch on the Sambos and Coons at the Plantation. I'm going to touch on how hard we work. Then I'm going to talk about these reality superstars or these reality stars. And you notice when it's the dominant society, they always get slaps on the wrist. This Chrisley or whatever, they know best. I know they've been on TV for a long time, but the thing that trips me out about them the most, what trips me out about them is, you know, if you could, I don't understand. That's how emboldened these people are. And we're going to talk about that. They just commit all kinds of crimes while they on TV. The Housewives bitches from New Jersey, that one bitch, she was on the Breakfast Club. Bitch, you was committing wire fraud, mortgage fraud. I don't know what I was doing. I was just signing the papers. But you in these big ass extravagant houses, making it seem like you got it like that, and you don't got like that. And then the judge, look at what kind of sentence the judge gave this bitch. Okay, well, your husband gonna stay home and you're gonna do 1 year, and then the husband can go in, and then we're gonna, you know, expedite him back to his country. No, your husband's an illegal immigrant who didn't belong here, and you are a criminal. And I'm like, and how you and you they still manage to play the victim. So when I look at this, the reason like, why are you talking about this, Warren? Because we need to stop getting on these reality shows and acting like we can do the same shit that they do. No, nigga, your ass is going under the jail. That's a fact. We have to understand that. We have to understand this reality TV is just like the corporate plantation we work at. We're going to get into that right now. Hey, don't give me the freestyle of this motherfucker. I'll be like, yo, no, I'm just fucking checking. No, I'm just fucking with y'all. Nah, man, but I'm watching this shit and I'm like, the first thing it makes me think of is the corporate plantation. And the thing, hey, what's going on with it? My sis Erica right there. Oh, I got the people in the house, white collar. Teresa and Joe Judice from Real Housewives of New Jersey. Yeah, that's their names. The Dominant Society, that's their motherfucking names. Now the Chrisleys, yeah. You know I'm gonna get on them. You know I am. Here's the reason why. Now the Atlanta Housewives, I watched that. Cause they had the, what's the light-skinned brother's name on there? I forgot the light-skinned brother's name. That all the bitches wanted to fuck. And that's what irritated me. All them, look, women, men, we gotta stop acting like that. You know, I get it. We have to have self-control and all that. But it was a brother on there, and it was Bobby Brown's old lawyer, and he was with that lady. And all of a sudden he gets caught with something. They sent this nigga away for like 8 years. I was like, damn. There you go. That's his name. My sister, Apollo. That's that nigga's name. Phaedra Park's husband. I don't remember his name. Yeah, that nigga. The one where, and look, I watched it. And I said, because we used to have these conversations at my mom's house when my mom was alive. And R.I.P. to my sister's mom too, man. R.I.P. to my sister Latanya's mom, man. R.I.P. man. I talked about it on a show before, man, but I gotta send positive energy to my sister Latanya, man, because I lost my mom. She went to the same school as my mom, Dorsey High School, and then I ended up having a great conversation with my sister's mom, man. And it's fucked up out here, man. We losing our parents, man. We gotta be working 2 and 3 jobs, and motherfuckers be wanting to talk this shit like they can't give a nigga no raise, but inflation, so the price of living is going up, but the nigga don't want to pay you no more on your check. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, man, and no, this ain't, you can ask the time. She in the chat right now. No, nigga, Warren did not make this up, nigga. I was on the phone talking to her moms, nigga. No, this wasn't no, tell her I said hi. No, nigga, she got on the phone. We chopped it up. So, nah, man. And I think it was meant for me to talk to her. And she was in good spirits, too. I was going to send her some CMOS. Man, so R.I.P. to your mom, man. Rest in power. And man. She joined the ancestors along with my mom. And it's a very difficult thing to go through. And I'm talking about black folk, have to be more compassionate and have more empathy. Don't be waiting on the dominant society to do it. We have to have more compassion and empathy, because they're not going to do it because they don't care. But it's our job to care. You know what I'm saying? So R.I.P. to my sister's mom, man. You'll be greatly missed. And your legacy will carry on just like my mom's, man. And, I still have the voice note she sent you. See? Me too. I got that shit too. Yep. And I had kept all my mom's recordings, man, on my other phone, man. I had those recordings. Sometimes I would listen to them and I'd be like, God damn. Sometimes it's tough and sometimes it would cheer me up. You know what I'm saying? So R.I.P. to everybody that lost a loved one, especially your moms or your pops or anything like that. So, R.I.P. But the reason why I'm talking about this, because let's get back to it. Y'all said his name is Apollo. That brother, the light-skinned brother that was with Bobby Brown's lawyer. Y'all said, God, what's her name? Let me look in the chat. Y'all said her name is Phaedra Parks. Yeah, that was Bobby Brown's lawyer. Okay, whether they did wire fraud or whatever, me and my personal opinion, what I didn't like was, I'm like, why is all these bitches acting like they ain't trying to get this nigga no pussy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like that. And then two, you can't just have a nigga on TV living his life. No, he's gotta be a criminal and he's gotta go to prison. And then once they did that, it's like everybody on that show turned their back. Nobody support. I'm like, damn, They paying like that on TV where you don't even fuck with your people. But look at the Teresa and Joe Giudice, Italians, dominant society motherfuckers, committing all kinds of crimes on TV, and then the bitch come back and then play the victim and then still be acting a fool. I be looking like, man, what the fuck is this shit? And then the bitch talk about, I didn't know what I was signing. Man, stop. Ignorance is no excuse of the law. So, nigga, you should have read what you was signing. And not just that. I just look at how our black celebrities are treated a lot different from them. It's just like the Court Plantation. You get on Court Plantation, you better not be saying no shit about no race or other shit like that. Nigga, human resources will be setting up a meeting with you and your supervisor, and your ass almost be the fuck up out of there. You know what I mean? So we have to understand that shit. You know, it's very, very imperative that we understand what the fuck is going on. Stop allowing these people to play these games. Look at that. They got Matthew McConaughey up there talking about gun laws and shit. I'm looking like, nigga, they always getting some type of goofy ass celebrity to try to sway the public opinion of the people. Play stupid games with stupid prices. Exactly. And here's the thing that I'm saying. Who's holding the accountable? Meaning this. If you work at a Court Plantation job and your own supervisor can't tell you, they don't even know what the fuck is going on. The question that I ask all my melanated brothers and sisters, how the fuck did they get the job? And the people that hired them, what the fuck was you doing? Because you'll be like, hey man, can you help me with this? Oh, let me check into it. Check into it, nigga, you the supervisor. You know, that type of shit. That type of behavior you see, you just be like, and that's why I don't like it when my people join in that banter. And then they do certain things like, you know, they try to ask you personal things about who you are, you know, and it almost reminds me of reality TV for black folk. The only time they want you on reality TV is when you acting a goddamn fool. Let me see. Is it Matthew McConaughey, Mayhem in the insurance commercial? Yeah. Okay, let me give y'all another topic. It's all based on the same shit. Y'all niggas don't believe me? You got sister wives on TV. The dominant society, this white man got all these bitches, no matter how they look, they got it on TV. Shorty Low, that rapper from Atlanta, he was about to have a show called All My Baby Mamas. All the baby mamas got along. It wasn't no drama. It wasn't no fighting. You know black folk and white folk petitioned to get that shit off of air. It didn't even make it past they didn't even greenlight it. It didn't even make it past its first phase. They stopped production. I wish you to put it on YouTube because people need to see that. Oh, well, we don't need to. Yeah, you do. It's a lot of niggas that got a whole bunch of kids everywhere. But if he has great relationships with his baby mothers and he's in his kids' lives and he's prevalent in their lives, why wouldn't you want to see that? But they'll let us watch sister wives on TV. And I just be like, damn, man, this is some crazy shit. Yep, they want us to play into the stereotypes to show our asses. Exactly. That's why you notice. Look at WeTV. The Braxtons made WeTV. Nobody was watching WeTV. WeTV is almost 10 years old. Yeah, I think it is 10 years old. Nobody's watching. WeTV that wasn't even in HD when it first came out. That's when they had the Braxtons on there. Once the Braxtons started acting the fool and arguing and acting the goddamn fool, every other show that came behind them was the same fucking formula. Just like MTV and VH1. The same shit. And I'd be like, that's the only time they really want TV on there. Is when a nigga's acting a fool and fighting and shit. But when you look at the dominant society shit, even when they do act a fool, you're just not even looked at. That lady, they even showed a clip of that lady from New Jersey. This bitch flipped the whole table over. And no, they think it's a joke. But if his sisters is on there fighting, oh, you're violent, you're angry. You know, that type of shit. We have to wake up, ladies and gentlemen. What y'all see on TV, what do you think goes on at the Court Plantation? The Court Plantation, Hollywood, NBA, NFL, MLB, hockey, it's all the plantation. All of it is. Yeah, okay, that was Teresa Giudice. Yeah, the bitch flipped a damn table. A whole fucking table, and everybody acting like ain't nobody see nothing. And then her friend was calling another black woman a nigga, and all this other shit, but they steadily kept her on the show. See, because people don't know. Bravo, that's a white Jewish last name. People don't know. You better go get the secret relationship between blacks and Jews. That's a Jewish last name. And they don't mind you saying nigga, but they ain't gonna let you use no Jewish epithets. Oh, you're anti-Semitic. That bullshit. Lanisha Leaks on Atlanta behaved similar, and now she's going to court to sue them over discrimination for blonde hair. Man, what? And Nene, that's the Atlanta, right? That's the Atlanta, right? Okay. And that's the, she's not very attractive, but she is a character on the show. Now she was calling out that ugly white woman. Oh my God, that white woman was hideous. Acting like she had this big ass house. This bitch was renting the house and shit. And one of the other ladies put that white woman on blast. Now I give her props for that. She was like, nah, bitch, I'm not your slave. So I will get that. I saw that shit. Because we used to talk about these conversations at my mom's house all the time. So yeah, I saw that shit. And she was like, nah, bitch, you got me fucked up. I'm not your slave. So that shit was funny. But this is what happens when you partner up with these dominant society motherfuckers. They do that type of shit. This is what they do. You know what I mean? They don't function the way we function. And they do it on purpose. It's just like, if you don't believe me, it's just like I would lean it more towards when you at the court plantation, right? And they always, tell us about yourself and all this other stuff, and then they wanna, and then even when they're asking you those probing questions, they're just trying to be nosy. Rolling on the floor, but that bag though. Remember, she was like, I'm not your slave, bitch. I was dying laughing. And then there was another sister on there was like, oh yeah, that bitch don't even own that house. That bitch is renting, which ain't nothing wrong with renting, but why you on there front like you got a big ass house? Like, y'all niggas, man, need to get off of TV. I wish you know what? Let me do a goddamn, they lucky my mama ain't alive. And we do it, man, my mom would have been like, y'all niggas got me fucked up. Shit. You know what I mean? I just see the difference. Now you got the Chrisley's people, they up here, they was found guilty though, but I bet you it's gonna be a slap on the wrist. Committing wire fraud. You notice there's a pattern with these dominant society people committing wire fraud and lying and tax evasion. Like, nigga, man, what? Why black folk, we so afraid of the IRS. Man, we'll make reservations in advance to pay them. The IRS would be like, hey man, you don't owe us no more money. That's okay, boss. Y'all can still take $100 out of my check. Hey man, you're paid in full. Nose. I'll pay it. You know how we are. We'll do that shit, man, because our fear for the dominant society is different. It's not our system. So we're at the behest of them. That's why you look at the court plantation, you gotta watch these passive aggressive, managers and supervisors, all that. Don't let these people get you no trick bag. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you start every conversation off with a question here. And then this book right here is the book where I got it from. This book, Neely Fuller Jr.'s book, The Compensatory Counter-Racist Code Ethics. That book right there. He always says, when you're dealing with them, start a conversation off with a question. When they're like, how you doing today? How are you doing? Were you able to get everything done? Yeah. I had a question. Always hit them with a question, because that keeps them off balance. You know what I mean? Because that doesn't give them time to formulate how they're gonna view you. And the thing that I don't like, and I'm disappointed with my people, are we become the messengers of the dominant society. We get around them, we get to smiling with them and kikiing with them and doing all this bullshit and ignoring how they treat black folk and how they treat melanated people. And then when you have another melanated person come on, they'll get to talking greasy and treating that melanated person fucked up, and you'll be right there watching it and be in agreement with it, because we have, what is called that Mammy, Coon, Sambo, telling about the gun line, Hayward Shepherd, Steven from Django mentality when it comes to dealing with our own. And we have to stop that. And that's why any nigga that ever worked with me, they be like, nah, man, Warren 100. I've grown a lot and I've learned a lot. And I've learned like, nah, man, don't get around those people. Even when you mad at them, sometimes you just don't say shit. You just look at them like they crazy. Like, no, I don't know. Because even when we mad at each other, we have to still establish a code. Look, let me tell you something. I remember one department I worked in, I ain't gonna say the name, but the department that I had worked in previously, there were only certain people that I really did reach out to with and try to befriend and be cool with. My sisters or whatever, and some dominant society people that's really with the business. But there's always them Sambos and them mammies and them coons. I remember one bitch, I'm not saying maybe her opinion was different, but one of the homegirls in this department, she had issues with how things was going, and I saw it from her perspective as well. Well, there was another female, this was a long time ago, and she just was like, I don't like her, and you know what I did? I did the opposite. I diffused that whole thing. I said, man, she think you cool as a motherfucker. And that girl didn't know what to say. And I was just like, nah, man, she don't never had no bad shit to say about you. She didn't even know what to say because she just was, because she didn't like her bucking up against the system. And you'll notice that when you get around the dominant society and there's black folk around and you start to question them in front of other black people, black people be like this. They get to poking their lip out and side pinging you and, and texting you and emailing you, hey, man, don't say that. They don't play that. You gonna ruin it for all of us. Don't ask no questions now. You know what I mean? Just like those bitches. What show was that on when them did these bitches? These are black women, and these bitches was on here, and I'm saying this because it irritated me. One of the sisters was like, yeah, man, I think we should try going to a voodoo priestess just to sit down and talk and learn. Man, these sisters like, eyes don't do no voodoo. Eyes don't do no, I'm a child of God. I don't do no voodoo. And guess who was teaching them the voodoo? A white voodoo priestess. While they give you Christianity, they back in the back studying our shit and using our shit and gaining real power. We have to stop doing that and poking out our lips and being the buck dancing mammy Sambo coon. And when you get at these corporate plantations, it's just like working for reality TV. Black folk gotta stop going on reality TV unless you can control the narrative. Don't let them turn you. I can only use the Braxtons. I've never seen such god-awful bullshit in my life. I liked the first and second season. It was cool. It was interesting. Once they started arguing where it got personal, this is like the third or fourth season. I was like, they need to get off the air. They don't need to be on TV because this shit is now personal. And this ain't cool. And that girl Tamar I know them by name. That bitch was talking shit about everybody's marriage. And I'm looking at her like, man, bitch, stop. You married this big nigga because this nigga is good with money and good with managing. Like, your shit is perfect. And you talking shit about everybody else's shit. Then that nigga ended up leaving. They ain't even together. Then the next nigga she went to, it was a problem. See? It's like, why prostitute your integrity and the integrity of your family to get a check? Sometimes you got to remove yourself and be like, I can't do this shit no more. Get on there, make your money, get the fuck on. But our voodoo ancestors will get them people together. That's a fact. Even I challenge everybody. I want y'all to go watch Teen Mom on MTV. I want y'all to go watch Teen Mom. I've been watching it ever since its inception. There's one dominant society sister on there, white girl on there. I mean, she got about 4 kids, 4 different niggas, and they still be cheering her on. Oh man, you're just such a good mom. Man, what? If that was a sister on TV having multiple kids by multiple men, they would be calling all kinds of whole bitches and you are a terrible mom and go kill yourself. I said, but only in the United States of America Incorporated, you can literally go on TV on a reality show and fuck for a living and have kids by any nigga you know, and they don't deem you a hindrance to society. They big you up. I said, this shit is amazing. Then the bitch, after she had kids with one nigga, because she couldn't control him. Now, this is the same bitch that was on MTV, Teen Mom, who went upside and, I think he was Guatemalan. She went upside this motherfucker's head on TV. And they didn't say anything. And then she get with a brother. I think he's Puerto Rican and black or whatever. She get with a brother, and then she go on MTV talking about, oh, in 2019, I almost lost my life. But she didn't want to say the brother's name. And then they interviewed the brother, and he's so goddamn dumb. Well, I didn't say that. I did some things. You dumbass nigga. She did that on purpose to get you out there so you can look like a fool. I would have said, that ain't happened. And she's a liar. And I'm like, man, they be having us look like buffoons on TV. I said, God damn, man. I said, man, what the fuck is this? I'm like, nigga, if you gonna do that, Man, you get on there and drain that bitch dry. Take all her goddamn money. You bet. See, niggas, look, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell everybody something. You can learn something from, what's that motherfucker that was a dancer? And I forgot his name. I'm blanking on his motherfucking name. And that motherfucker was a dancer. And he married Britney Spears. And that nigga was trying to take all that bitch's money. That nigga was trying to pump her full of kids. He was a nigga. That nigga had kids everywhere. And they still don't talk shit about him. They didn't even talk shit about him. That nigga was trying to spend all that bitch's money. That nigga was so cold. That bitch had her own hair on, all kinds of shit. Bitch was so fucked up. Okay, just cut all my hair off. That nigga had a baby with the sister from Oisha. Then he met another bitch he had a baby with. And then he had a baby. Then he met Britney Spears. That nigga hit the jackpot. And I ain't mad at that motherfucking white boy. That motherfucker was like, nigga, I'm about to pump this bitch full of babies. And I ain't never working again. That nigga started off doing background dance with Jennifer Lopez in there. Yep, his first baby mama is off Moesha. Exactly, yeah. Shard Jackson, I think. Remember, then the bitch tried to play victim talking about, you know, we were in love, and then the next thing I know, he in Paris with Britney Spears. Bitch, you wasn't in love. Stop. Love my ass. There you go, Kevin Federline. That nigga was a cold nigga. That white boy go down as the greatest white boy in history as far as, because he didn't do it to no niggas. He did it to that white bitch. That nigga tried to take all her money. See, I remember this shit. This was like 06, 07? That nigga was ordering Lamborghinis. That nigga was ordering all kinds of shit. Taking care of his homeboys. That nigga's like, nah, fuck that, man. Everybody eating. And that's what I like. And you notice they hurried up and got that bitch out of the public eye. The dad put a conservatorship over that bitch and took over the money, and they got rid of that nigga. They're like, man, you ain't finna drain this bitch dry, but I ain't mad at him because he was trying to take all that bitch's money. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do. That's why I'm looking at this young nigga. I'm like, man, that bitch would have been building me a house. Like, oh, you want to build a house? Well, you gonna build me one too, right? Yup. I'd have been right on there on Team Mom. Yeah, man, everything is good. Nigga, while I'm getting a house built and everything in my name and doing everything I need to do, and then I'll just separate and then go chill. Now I got a crib. Take all that bitches. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Y'all niggas need to watch Kevin Federline. But he's still getting child support for those children right now because Britney lost her parental rights with her conservatorship. And are you mad at him? The only reason why I'm saying that is because Britney Spears is a goofy. That was on her. I like white on white crime. Good. That's what the bitch get. It's Britney, bitch. Yep, you goddamn right. No, it's dummy, bitch. That's what the song should be said. It's Britney, bitch. It's dummy, bitch. They changed my name in the conservatorship. I'm a damn dummy. That nigga still getting paid. Talking about he a DJ. Nigga, get your lying ass up. I said, this nigga, man, I've never seen nobody do that shit in the history. You see what I'm saying? It fucked me up. I was like, I'm literally watching TV. I'm like, this white boy is getting paid. And when they was like, they had pictures of him ordering Lamborghinis on a damn tow truck. That nigga was getting it dropped off at his crib. I'm like, oh my God, that's how I feel? Because you know Britney Spears, down there worth $400 million. That bitch was getting paid with her dope fiend ass. Yeah. And she don't have custody of her kids. Exactly. Oh, she never get them back. Bitch, that's what you get. It's Britney, bitch. Oops, I did it again. Bitch, what the fuck did you do the first time? Get the fuck out of here. That's that bitch kid. I'm telling you, man. That's something like these young motherfuckers, man. We have to learn from that shit. And the reason why I'm talking about it is because I want y'all to understand this too. Y'all notice they pulled Britney off of TV and they pulled her off of concerts and they just privately did it. And one day you wake up, the bitch ain't on social media or nothing. Because that's how they do the dominant society. Black folk, look at Nick Cannon. Poor Nick Cannon. All Nick Cannon did was speak the truth of what he read. And they tried to maim him and destroy him. Look what they did to Bill Cosby. Oh, you think you gonna buy NBC, nigga? Okay, well, we'll show you. And it has been said through one of his spokesmen that he got into it with, I guess, the executive of one of these big networks because the executive was at Bill Cosby's house and was basically saying some racist shit. So Bill Cosby got up and asked him to leave and said, man, you gotta get up out of here. So that dude said, yeah, I'm never going to forget this. He probably called him a nigga too, because you know, this is what the dominant society do. They be laughing and joking with you, you know, all you want. Just like y'all look at them owners in the NBA and the NFL, motherfuckers stand right next to you talking about Black Lives Matter, and then you look around and ain't no black NFL owners, and there's only one black NBA owner, and it just happens to be the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball, Michael Jordan. So that should tell you how high the standards are for a black owner in the NBA. And then when Donald Sterling was nigga, and all this other shit, they didn't sell it to no black person. They sold it to another white Jewish person. So that should tell you how the NBA feels about niggas. Run, nigga, run. That's why that white woman told LeBron, nigga, shut up and dribble. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. And niggas get mad. How dare her? Well, niggas, speak up. Nigga. What I don't like is the social service who have been basically doing legal kidnapping of black and brown babies. I should have tweet this morning where the lady was speaking on the gun control issue and stated that black bodies for the first form of United States currency. Let me tell you something. Everybody gonna speak on it because it's the trending topic, but ain't nobody gonna say no real shit. That's why I suggest everybody go support that brother in South Carolina, Marcel Dixon. That nigga was killing this one motherfucker in this debate. I said, God damn. He was just killing this motherfucker. He was on Fox Soul, him, Tariq Nasheed. They was killing. Cause it was these first gen immigrants on there. The one brother, he had to agree with Tariq at the end and with brother Marcel because they was stating real facts. You know what I mean? But we just have to understand that, man. I done went way over my time, man. But fucking around with y'all. Hey, man, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. Go check out the Chris Lee Knows Best and see exactly what type of slap on the wrist. They ain't doing no jail time. And if they do, they'll do a year. And that's a fact. Marcel Dixon is really good. His catch line for me was basically telling them, if you don't like me as a gay man, get like me and enjoy your local Congress. Okay? And see, this is what I like. And this is what I like about the brother Marcel. The nigga's knowledgeable. He know his shit. He know his shit. You're never gonna not. He know his shit about foundational black American history in the United States of America Incorporated. You're not gonna out debate him because that nigga be killing. One, and two, he's a part of the LGBTQ community. That's what I like. Because they always trying to tell black folk that we're homophobic. We're not afraid of no black person that's a part of that community. Those are our brother and our sisters. We love them. You're black first. And that's what I like about Marcel. I wish he was out here. I'd be right behind that nigga. I don't give a fuck what niggas say. Fuck that. That nigga is about reparations and about us getting paid. Fuck all this bullshit. Niggas be on this belief system of, oh, well, he's a Muslim and I'm a Christian and I'm a Baptist and, you know, he's a Moor and he's that or he's LBG. Hey, we need all the support we can get. Because let me tell you, the dominant society and their LGBTQ is a lot different from black folk. They don't give a fuck about no niggas. Motherfuckers be acting like the people in the LGBTQ community are not racist. Half of your CEOs in them are part of that community and they racist as a motherfucker. Oh man. Oh, what's going on, Screwhead? Yep. But he's us. He's on code. Yeah, I suggest everybody go support that brother Marcel Dixon. I be listening to him all the time. That nigga be having me rolling. He be like, no, where's Mr. Clyburn? Because he got that southern accent. He said, no, where's Mr. Clyburn? No, we're not doing no fish fries today. You have me dying laughing. This is about reparations. This is not about fish fries. We don't need fish fries. We need economic stimulation. That nigga be going in. And he's like, and I'm not talking about everybody else. I'm talking about foundational black Americans. And if not, then you ain't got to vote for me. Then get your ass on. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with that nigga all day. Hey, and just to let y'all know, it ain't Juneteenth. It will be called Coonteenth. But anyway, hey, man, that's my time. I'm out. I got to go. I got to run. I got to get this CMOS off. Hey, man, everybody, you know what it is. You know what it ain't. If you hear a nigga talking about, oh, man, well, the people on TV, you know, if they committed wire fraud, maybe that's just a setup. Making excuses for everybody else but your own. There's Sambo Coon, Mammy, tell him about the gun line. Steve from Django, Hayward Shepherd, motherfucking, I don't fuck with him. Y'all already know what my saying is, and my saying is, guilty, nigga, I'm out. Peace.